gone totally dead. I can't think of anything to play. Little bit of a intro.
Go on, just play something nice. You do it all the time, mate. Very nice. Let's get right into the podcast.
Oh,
dear.
Oh, so it's been a week. We've had some good feedback.
well, yeah, we finally did it. We finally got an episode out. And yeah, I was pretty chuffed with it.
We've got some fan art as well.
A little bit of fan art already.
Yeah, by our good friend Rob. I'm eating, by the way. I'm just having my lunch. But we're also joined today by Mr. Jack, the lad we were on about, who goes to the pub with us, and we just tell each other to go kill ourselves.
Hello there.
That's him. So what have you been up to then? What, you know?
Well, I've been playing some computer games, Jim.
Oh yeah. Wow, that really nicely segues into what we were going to talk about today. What
Gaming.
a coincidence.
Video games. I'll put a little bit of echo on that.
What was the
In
first
post.
game? What was the first game you actually played? Do you remember?
The first game I ever
Your
played,
first gaming experience.
when I was
Lads.
about 2 or 3, I remember playing Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun.
Oh, I remember that fucking game.
2D, lush 2D graphics, and it was just great. Didn't have a clue what was going on or anything though.
Well,
you know,
yeah, you were too.
When I was like 2 or 3, I just used to sort of like the colours, and I didn't like even the threat of having to sort of fight and being under any kind of like pressure to do anything. I just used to like building my units and just like not walking them around. And occasionally I'd have an enemy, you know, I'd have an enemy in the game, but I'd make sure they were on like dead easy. I'd make sure that I had like an ally, an AI ally who was on like the top difficulty who would always protect me.
Yeah.
And it's like every now and then if I just wanted, I'd like, oh, I like this tank. I'll just send him in and just see what he looks like when he's firing. And there's like this poor enemy that's just like fucking dying on his arse. And I just send in like one tank and just start shooting stuff. Just like, oh, cool, you know, well, that's nice.
Oh, nice.
So that was my first little foray into gaming, and I quite liked that when you're little,
Yeah.
just mucking about.
What about you, Jackster?
Well,
Jackson.
the earliest I can remember.
I'm eating a sandwich now.
Keep us up to date.
Yeah.
I will.
How far into you, mate? No, the earliest game I can probably remember is, I don't know, maybe on my PS1, a game called Rage Racing. It was absolutely awful.
Ray, what?
Generally, what my kind of races would go like is I pick the best looking car. Doesn't matter about the acceleration. I didn't know what any of that meant. I'd pick the best looking one, best colours. You know, racing stripes makes it go quicker.
Yeah.
And then I didn't
flames
yeah,
down the side.
exactly. I didn't understand the concept of turning, so I just used to crash into the barriers.
Yeah.
But back
you
then,
don't slow down.
But back then there was no out of bounds and games or anything. It was literally you have one way to go. If you crash, you're just going to keep going that way. So I just used to nail it, and I used to enjoy that. And then it got taken away.
Well, fair enough.
Racing games are a bit like that, aren't they?
I don't know whether this is my first ever gaming experience, but it was definitely one of the first. When I was a kid, I was massively into Lego. Right? I was at PC World. I might have told you this, but I was at PC World with my mum. You know, when PC World was quite cool.
Yeah.
And there was a game on the shelf. So you know, when you're a kid and you see something, you just have to have it.
You look at the back of it.
yeah.
Look at them.
Like,
Look at that
oh.
mum, and she doesn't care.
No.
She generally does not care.
And it was called Lego Racers. And mate, what a game! Like, I'm not even joking. I would play it now. Like,
I think we've spoken about this before. I'm pretty sure I've played it as well. And I do remember it being a really sound game. Actually, it's one of those things. I mean, I think the Lego games in general, I actually found them quite.
Lego Star Wars is good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I used to play that on the original Xbox.
No.
It's good, isn't it? Like, even though it's almost not a game, because I don't think you can actually die, can you? You just
You just explode into a bunch of bricks and then you regenerate. And
yeah. There's just like
Carry on.
it's not even really a game. It's just like you progress.
Yeah.
Like, but it works now, isn't it? It's quite cool.
I remember my mum got it downloaded for me because I didn't really know how to work a computer.
Yeah.
Right. And I got it up. I was like, oh, seeing all these colours, Lego and all that. And right, I want to go on a race. And she was holding my hand through it, you know. Right, I think this is how you play the race. Went in it, and race had finished. I'd finished 8th out of 8. And like I said to my mum, I was like, how did I do, Mum? Did I win? And she was like, yeah, right, yeah.
8 out of 8, you
Yeah.
got it. Full marks.
8 out of 8, yeah.
I know, I mean, I suppose it's a bit different for me in a way, because, like, for me, I used to go through, like, my dad's game collection. So I used to have, like, these sort of dusty, big strategy games.
Yeah.
Like, that was always what I was sort of into. And, but, I'd never quite get them. I'd never quite understand what was going on fully. I just used to, like, reading stuff as well. I'd click and just read what, like, all my units did and shit like that, you know. Probably, like, really boring now, but when you're a kid, I find you can just sort of obsess over stuff, like, more.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can obsess over, like, a stick or something as a child.
Yeah,
like,
and it's just like, yeah, exactly, yeah. Sometimes I remember
Stick.
when you're a dead little kid and you find a stick in the park or something, it's just like, whoa, it's a perfect
this looks
weight.
like a sword.
It's like a sword.
It's like a
this.
gun, this one.
Yeah, it's got a little sort of trigger on it, yeah. But no, I mean, I think another standout moment for me, chronologically progressing here, of course, I think I was about 7.
Right.
Come on a little bit.
Yeah.
And
You've grown your first pube.
got age 7, and I played Warcraft 3 online. First online experience, online gaming. And I think I came 3rd in a group of like 8 people in a big free-for-all. And that was the game where I was playing with my dad. Well, I was playing, but my dad was there. And the first thing he put in when the game started, he went in the chat and said, "Hey, my lad's playing. He's only 7 years old. Please go easy." First thing that obviously happens, 2 people attack me. Big armies come over, march on the hills.
Yeah.
But I was actually better at the game than a 7-year-old probably should have been, to be honest. And I defended it. I had no chance of winning, obviously, but like I defended that attack. You know, I think in Warcraft 3 you've got the mechanic. You can make your peasants go to the town hall and they pick up an axe and become really shit soldiers. And I did that, and I was like, you know, that was like a really advanced strategy for me. And I fended it off, you know, all out, and came 3rd, and I was proper buzzed about that, you know. And you're like,
I'll tell
things
you.
like that remember forever.
Go on, sorry.
I was just saying, it's things like that you'd remember
weird
forever.
things in it, yeah.
Yeah.
With gaming, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Because it's still not sort of mainstream in a way, is it? You know,
No.
like there's a lot of achievements that I sort of feel like I've got that aren't like worth that much unless other people have played the game. You know,
Yeah.
you get a lot of that. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, what I remember a game I like as a kid. I don't know if you two are like this, but I was obsessed with like war and soldiers and. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I was, yeah.
I loved it. So I played all the old Call of Duty games. I played the first Call of Duty and I loved it. Like, I still play it to this day occasionally. But I always remember them. Like, and I saw it. I hadn't played it since this was like a couple of years ago, and like I hadn't played it since I was a child. And I remember seeing it on Steam sale. It was like £8, I think. Someone was like, buy. I was like, "Go on, please. I was like, I've got to have it. Like, complete it in a day. It was just like, it was such a nostalgia trip. And recently, you know, I've just bought 3 old shooter games that I played. Well, you know, Brothers in Arms.
Brothers in Arms, yeah.
3 for £3. I was like, having
Stunning,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's stunning.
It's unbelievable deals, mate.
I think right now, like, now is the time. If you've like frozen yourself, waiting for the future, now is like the time to come out.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
you could start from the 90s and start playing the best computer games, and you would never run out. You would just never like. Yeah. You could just quite happily go on with just like Steam or even just free games. Yeah. Even a lot of these old games from the 90s, you can just get them for free because they're abandonware now.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
And you never leave the house. It's amazing anything gets done anymore. You know how good telly is, and you know you got Netflix and that. I mean, even like a random sort of crummy, low budget show on the internet is still like friggin' amazing. You know,
Like
it's still
this.
like
I know.
exactly
This is great.
premium quality internet content right here. You know?
But with that can come bad things as well, can't there? I mean, the amount of access you've got to everything, you're being watched everywhere. Like Alexa, that's creepy.
I don't like
She's
that.
listening
I
to you
really
constantly.
don't like it.
I don't like anything automatic, to be honest. And so for that to be that intrusive,
I'm really
is
sorry
like
to interrupt you, but them hobnobs are staring at me.
Oh,
I'm really
right,
Hello,
sorry,
Mr.
I better
Hobnob.
pass the hobnobs around.
Give us
I
a little
fucking
kissy.
love chocolate hobnobs. Nice one.
Mm.
Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
But yeah, we've got to pass the hobnobs around because we've it's a very high end deal. We've got a big crew of people behind us as well. Of course, we've got Terry. Say hello, Terry. I was. Oh yeah.
How's
Turn
how's
me
the
up a
missus?
bit.
How's the kid?
No, it's just the three of us in this shed. We're eating hobnobs.
Very lonely.
Sandwich update. I finished it. It was really nice. I finished the crisps as well.
Have you said what sandwich it was?
What is it again? Roast chicken, bacon, and stuffing. Fucking
Excellent.
You know, I thought I'd have a change from the usual ham and cheese. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of ham and cheese. No.
Oh dear. But yeah, what were your first online experiences with gaming? Mine was RuneScape. I'm sure everyone.
I think
has
mine
played.
was, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like
I remember, you know, my cousin. You know him. I don't think you. Yeah. I remember him. I went to his house once, and he was like, "Have you seen this new game?" It's like, it's really cool. It's really, there's some stories.
Hushed whispers.
They said, play it when you get home. It's called RuneScape. I'm like, all right then.
there's some stories to this.
I mean, this was back in 2005, 6 maybe, so it's pretty old school back then. I remember I was fighting. He come up to me. I was like, what the fuck am I meant to do? I was just in Lumbridge.
Yeah.
Like, where do I go? What do I do? Everyone's calling me a noob. Everyone's saying buying GF. You know.
2005 was the age where like it was all new, wasn't it? This sort of talking to other people on the internet and being a shitlord was like it was like totally fresh and new, wasn't it? Like to go up to someone and just call them a noob for having shit gear was like that was actually cool. It wasn't like an ironic. I feel like we've had ironic, we've had like post-ironic. We've just gone into this sort of weird. Everything's satire and everything's like a joke.
Yeah, it's fucked, isn't it?
Back in those days,
everything's a meme.
Yeah,
everything's offensive. Let's be honest.
Oh, fuck.
It's true. Yeah,
it does my head in.
Everything's like. Well, that's the thing though. Everything is.
You can't say anything without some fucking dickhead getting offended.
It's true.
Like.
In a way though, like everything. Yeah, people get offended by stuff too easily these days. But also, these days there is more offensive stuff than there's like ever been. You know, you can go on the internet and just like people will give you just this absolute shit. They'll just destroy you for like the smallest thing. But, you know, I've seen it before. A little bit of a segue. I've seen it before on like forums and that. Even on like friggin', even at work when you go and look at a forum for some software, like how do I fix this problem? You'll get some sarky twat come on and drop a comment like, "Why would you ever want to do that?" You know, what do you?
Why
think
have you got this
doing?
piece of equipment?
Yeah, like why? I'm just trying to find out how to, subdivide these polygons, mate. It's like
Polygons.
Who uses polygons in 2017?
Get rid of a triangle.
2017 plus one. Come on, get out. You know what I mean? It's just like you can't escape it. This sort of this shitloadery. Right. But back then in RuneScape, it was like you called someone a noob. It was like powerful.
I did it. I just like I think it was when I got like mithril armor or something like that. Like I just went back to Lumbridge. I was like, "Hey noobs, look at my armor, my blue armor." Like
I did it. Everyone did it. It was just
it's the
thing to do.
It's a baptism of fire. But anyway, as I was saying, you know the goblins outside Lumbridge. I remember my cousin was just grind these to like level 10 attack. And I'll give you something. I was like, really? Alright then. And I think he gave me I was buzzing. So one of these goblins dropped a bronze med helm, medium helm, whatever they call it. And I was like, oh my god, a helmet! And like there was a chain body as well. I didn't have plate legs, you know. I think I just had leather boots. And my cousin walks up to me, he's like level 30. So I'm like, holy shit, you know, you must be a god, mate. Like. And he walks up to me and he's like, I've got a present for you. Like, oh, what? It's like, he trades me a bronze square shield and an iron scimitar or something like that, and and I equipped it. I was like, oh my god, I look so cool. I look so cool.
The scimitar back in the day was like half the kids at school pronounced it scimitar as well, and that was like a skimmy, yeah. It was like the fucking sickest weapon.
I also remember doing Dragon Slayer as well. Like, and like my cousin had to do it for me because I was just so nervous. Like, I was like, oh my god, level 83 dragon. Like, how am I gonna kill him? Callum, you're gonna have to do it, mate. I can't watch.
I have to admit, that was actually like a genuinely good little quest, wasn't it? Even though I think RuneScape, I don't know, I wasn't that chuffed with it in hindsight. I loved it when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Dragon Slayer was actually quite an experience, wasn't it? To actually like.
It was quite mentally draining.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very grindy game, RuneScape, but like, it had that sort of unusual hotspot for me, Dragon Slayer, where it was just like a great experience in a way. Yeah. You know, you really did actually feel like you were. I mean, you had to get like planks of wood for the ship or something, didn't you? And you had to like figure out how to get all this shit. It was actually pretty cool.
Well, you've got a story, Cliff, about how you hacked someone's RuneScape. Well, you didn't hack it, or someone from our primary school.
I'd sort of given up on RuneScape at this point, and I was giving my password to some other lad who played it a lot. You know, in the hope that he would level my account for me. There's no way someone would level someone else's account for them for free, because it's boring as shit, innit? Yeah. Like, so I don't know what I was doing, but on the off chance, and another lad basically saw it and like hacked my account, as in I sort of accidentally gave him the password, is what he did. Yeah. And he took it and he sold it to one of his mates or something, which is like, you know, fuck off thing to do, really.
It is a bit shit.
I mean, I wasn't that interested in RuneScape, but someone nicks your account, suddenly I sort of like really wanted to get back on, you know. Yeah. And so I was a bit miffed at that, but then a while later he gave me one of his, we were talking about it, you know, time had passed, and he let me go on one of his accounts and like asked me if, you know, we were just chilling out, and he just said, oh, you know, just if you want to thread some flax for me or something, or whatever, fletching us, whatever shit that he have you doing, you know. And I was like, oh yeah, all right, mate, you know, and I did it for a little bit, and he went offline, and I was just like, really, just one of those moments, I just sort of sat there and just like really calmly and really deliberately just thought, yeah, I'm going to take everything out of his bank and drop it on the floor. And, you know what I mean? And I was probably about 11 or something like this, you know. And then it's just like, I'm going to try and destroy this character, you know. And it was like it's a person, like, he has wronged me.
I remember, I don't know if it was the same guy or not. He might have fucked this guy over twice, you know. But I remember I come over here when it was like year 6 or something like that. And we went on someone's account and we just went in a PvP world and just went in and just started fighting people and just lost all his gear and like, all of expensive gear.
It might have been the same, I don't know. I saw him again when I was at college, and didn't come up or anything, so he's obviously not bitter about it. But I mean,
it's in the back of his
It was, honestly, I saw him. I honestly did see him. We were just chatting, like, you know, how's it going? What course you doing and all this? And just like, is he going to mention RuneScape?
Is he going to fucking hit me?
Yeah, he was just like,
where's my money?
But it's one of those things, it's like, it wouldn't have been socially acceptable for either of us to have been pissed off about something that happened on RuneScape 6 years ago. You know what I mean? But it was there. It was on my mind.
He was probably the same.
I was just trying to remember it. I was trying to remember it. I was talking, but I was on autopilot because in my mind I was thinking about, right, what did I actually do? Who's in the wrong? Should I apologise? Should he apologise? You know what I mean? Is it not a big deal? But I don't know. I mean, the damage we did to each other was probably sort of equal, to be honest.
Even Steven.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really proud of it. I definitely shouldn't have just like trashed his account.
I think you should.
I mean, it didn't really matter because RuneScape account's pretty sort of worthless, I suppose. You know, it's so many pixels, isn't it? But I don't know.
Pixels.
It's one of those things. It was just a bit scary. Yeah, it was just petty, wasn't it? But it was just a bit scary. I was just like, you know, he went offline, and this idea, like a little creepy crawly, just sort of comes up the back of your mind, just like, you should fuck this character up. You should delete hours of his work. And it was just like, just sort of did it. Just click, click, click. I didn't even get any shit off him or anything. He didn't say anything to me afterwards. But
He
didn't hear from him.
He knew what
What about you, Jack? What do you remember your first online gaming experiences? Was there any that stick out in your mind?
Stick out online wise? I don't know, because I was never really into my PC games ever.
It could be Xbox, anything.
I know, yeah. Well, it was probably Xbox 360 when that first came out. When Halo
damn.
3 came out, it was just amazing. And online was like very fresh on Xbox and stuff. It was very in the moment,
Yeah.
And
I remember I said to my mum, I said, please get me an Xbox for Christmas. I'm not joking. I will play that all the time. And I did. I literally just didn't have a life throughout school.
6 weeks holidays.
I was like that. Year 7 and 8.
Yeah.
God.
Xbox.
I mean,
Xbox 360.
I don't think we did anything in year 8, did we? I don't think there was any kind of exams you had to do, so it was just turn up, fuck around, go home, nail your Xbox, fall asleep at stupid o'clock, repeat.
Good times.
Really sad. Yeah. No, I enjoyed
Did you two play Call of Duty? Call of Duty?
I did
played
4.
I'm not being funny, but Call of Duty, like COD, has a big place in my heart. I've got some good memories on that. Just with like friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember staying up on, until 2 in the morning in year 9 and that. I'll tell you what, actually, I always remember this. Modern Warfare 3 came out, and this is year 9, so I think it was 2010, 11, I want to say. And my mum always used to get me games for Christmas. And I remember I begging my mum, I was like, please can I get it now? And she was like, no, you can wait till Christmas. Anyway, an old friend of mine had it, and I was playing it on a Friday. And we were just tanning it, playing the multiplayer, playing the special ops and stuff. And I just rang my mum, I was like, please. Just, can we go to Asda? I'll pay for it with my birthday money. Just please take me. And she was like, all right then. We went, and she paid for it, and I just remember staying up all night playing it. It was just so good. It just...
I miss things so little.
Just little things.
So amazing.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah. You really do enjoy things when you're a kid more, in a way, because it's just like, you've nothing else to focus on other than that,
Yeah.
But I know I played a Black Ops 1. That's a little bit of a story, I suppose, because I was wanting that, and I was sort of, asking my parents for it. It's like, I'm not paying full price for a game, my dad, he prides himself on never pays full price for a game,
He is like that.
Wait till it's on bloody sale, to the point where I think he buys games that are on sale that he just doesn't play, but he's bought them because they're on sale. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But he that's just him.
It works in his mind.
Yeah, it's a system. So he didn't want to pay full price for Black Ops 1. And I was, oh God, But I wasn't that upset about it. I wasn't like massively sort of... All my mates were getting it, and I was just a bit sort of disappointed I'd be left out. But they went and bought a washing machine, and there was a bargain where you could get a washing machine from, I think, Curry's, and you would get Black Ops half price.
What?
I'm serious.
Fuck off!
Honest to God.
Are you fucking
I'm
joking,
not joking.
me?
You could get...
You're in the right man. There's like washing machine,
Black Ops!
both.
I mean, it makes sense to put like loads of monster drinks out when the new games come out, and that makes sense. But
honest to God, it was. I think it must have been like it must have been Curry's or something. Curry's PC
you
World.
actually played the Black Ops on the washing machine. On the
Yeah,
It's just inside the door looking at you like this.
Yeah.
Little eyes.
Yeah, you open it up, it's just like detergents and that. Just like special edition COD detergent. But yeah, it was a really weird one.
Smells of Vietnam.
Yeah, the smells of
Zombie
napalm.
The smell of the Cold War.
Yeah, nuclear fallout smell. But
Yeah,
seriously, that
yeah.
was it. And it came home and it was just like, well, there was this random offer, sent from the heavens, half price Black Ops 1 when you get a washing
It was
machine.
fate.
So it was fate. Literally, it was fate.
Amazing.
And so that's how I got that.
Why don't they do that anymore?
Oh,
I had to buy things like that not so long ago, and where's my off-price games?
Well, I think that kind of thing's gone a bit, hasn't it, with like downloadable stuff? Because you just go on Steam and probably get it on sale, or go on G2A and get it for cheap or something. You know, you like the ages of going out and buying games and like asking, Mum, can I go to the shop and get a card?
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I missed that.
The further I get away from it, the sadder I get.
That's going to be one of the old bloke things. You know, when we're all dead old and we're going to talk to our grandkids.
We used to go to Asda for a
Well,
game.
I remember
When I was a lad.
When I was a lad, my mum had to take me to the shops to buy games.
And I had to pretend it wasn't for me because it was an 18.
That's another
tell you
point.
what, that's another flipping good one. I might even have the box around here somewhere. But there is a game that was a 16, and my dad actually like photoshopped the age symbol, changed it to an 11 because I think I was 12.
11?
Yeah, it isn't even a proper number for it. But he photoshopped it, printed it out, and stuck it onto the game cover, and did a really good job of it. Like you would never believe, you'd never notice it wasn't the actual thing, just to get it through my mum's radar, so I could play this game. It was called Rogue Trooper, and I bet I won't bother looking for it, but it'll literally be on these walls here somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't see it off the top of my eye, but it's actually a proper good job.
Yeah.
And on the back it says 16 in a little one, but on the front it says 11.
That's funny.
So, it passed certification. But that was a pretty good game as well. But yeah, there's a lot of little things with that. I mean, I think the big one for me, in particular, was WoW as a teenager. As a sort
Did you play WoW, Jack?
Not really, no.
You probably did right.
You probably had a life.
Yeah.
I've seen the episode of South Park when they're all sat there shitting
so
in buckets. And,
It wasn't quite that bad, but like we had some,
well, that's what you
we
think.
were
They didn't know
far
it,
off
did they?
that. But I think we did have a couple of flipping like all nighters playing it.
Oh yeah.
That one day where we got from level like 8 to 50. And
Yes, I remember that.
We were
so
just
much.
sat in my attic with
Because
our two
it
laptops.
was a triple XP weekend, so I was just tanning dungeons.
Yeah.
I was on my paladin, you were
I'm
rogue,
rogue.
I think.
Yeah.
Like that,
That was my first max level
same,
character,
yeah,
I think.
Same, yeah. Never had another 85. But it was 85 at the time.
But that's another one of the things. Like, that's another sort of old bloke moment. We spent, that was like triple XP, and we had the partnership, the recruit a friend bonus or whatever.
I think we went for a
tanned it.
bike ride though.
Well, we did actually.
We did get some fresh air.
To be fair, we
right,
had,
yeah.
no, it was actually good. We went through that phase where we'd go riding down the prom.
Yeah.
We'd
I
do
did
that,
that.
and we'd break
Does
it up.
everyone do that? Is that a thing?
To be fair,
That's something me and Cliff used to do.
No, I used to do
yeah.
it as well. I thought I was the only one who did it. But
No.
Obviously.
no, it was pretty sound that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, it wasn't as bad as I sort of remember it. I don't think.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, I mean, we did eat a bit, and we did drink some water, but we were just basically up in your loft, like just fucking.
there was a lot of tan at the time.
I
To
was
be
just,
fair.
I brought my laptop. And I was like, we hardly even spoke to each other. We were just like, right, should
What's
we
your
do this
Wi-Fi
quest?
password?
What's the next
I know,
quest?
but it was like that, wasn't it?
It was
I think,
fun though.
I think another night that I really remember was when I was at your dad's house, and we only had the one computer, so we took turns. We'd literally take turns. One would be playing, the other one would be fucking sleeping. Like it's freaking the most important thing ever, and you've got to take shifts doing it.
And we were so shit at WoW as well. Like I remember you just tanning crabs on the beach.
Crabs are
and
just
stuff like
yeah. It was literally I was just killing endlessly crabs on a beach, and it's just like the shittest way
You
to
didn't
level
even
up.
get XP. You
No.
know, did you? It was a
Some-
very small amount. Like.
It got to I think they were like level 18 crabs, and thing is though, I started level 18 killing 18 crabs. By the end of the night, I was level 23. So something
up bad,
there was a lot of grinding, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But I remember even like my talents. You know, how you're supposed to go down one tree. You're supposed to like pick one.
Yeah.
I used to just pick whichever one
You
I sort of fancied. So I had this sort of like shit build. Probably all my weapons were bad because I picked weapons that I liked the look of.
Yeah.
We had a guild called what was it? It was like from your RuneScape clan. The
Dragon
name.
Force.
Dragon Force.
Dragon Force.
No, it wasn't Dragon Force. It was something. It was Dragon Summit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I don't know. I can't. It's Summit Dragon anyway.
I just remember. Yeah. I think we had a band called it as well, didn't we? When we were in like year 11.
Yeah.
Called Dragon
That-
Force.
Not year 11. It's like year 6, mate.
Year 6. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Jesus.
a
Quickly
bit of
amend that. I'll cut that bit out. Year 6. Yeah. But what Dragon Summit?
Dragon Wind.
Dragon Wind. I think it might have been.
So I quite liked a band at the time called Firewind. They were quite good because I found them through a RuneScape video. so solid 2K's max hits level 2, episode 2 I think it was. and like it just had this really cool music. It was just this guy, like he's just a pure strength, fucking steroid head. Like he just used to go around with all the god sword, all the weapons, and just fucking hit loads of. I just used to watch it all the time. It was so cool. Like if you played RuneScape properly, you know what that video is.
Yeah.
Like it's a classic. Yeah, but World of Warcraft, like that, we had some good time. I mean, do you still have pictures for it? 'Cause I remember we took loads of screenshots of our characters.
Oh God, we maybe
Might
probably
be able
not
to
to
find them. I don't know.
Probably not, because I didn't play it on this computer. I played it on an old. It's not worth looking for them. It's just like it's gone, innit? It's just
It's gone forever.
Just stop thinking.
I mean, to be honest, one of the best things is probably now that it's gone shit, because I don't have to play it anymore. You know what I mean? I've no motivation to play it anymore.
Well,
So-
I've heard that the newest expansion's not been too bad. I don't know really.
I know,
don't
but-
know anything about it anymore.
No, I don't really know, but I just know that it's like you can buy a max level character and all this kind of shit. You
That
know?
sounds boring.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the whole fun that we had when we were kids, it wasn't like the end game content,
No.
was it, or the
Yeah.
top
journey
level
there.
stuff.
It's a journey.
It
innit?
was the leveling
It's like
and
life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why would you want
exactly.
everything handed to you?
And I
Yeah.
tell you what, as well, when we were young, you had to talk to people to like get a group together to do a dungeon and
Yeah.
that. And when they introduced the automatic matching system, where you click a button and you queue for it, you know, like it's a COD match, it just fucks it really. Because well, that was one of the things in a way we sort of, or at least I did. I felt like I sort of developed socially a little bit from going on the internet like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to actually talk to people. You know, most of them were knobheads. A lot of knobheads who played it, who were dead antsy, and you know, they were like, "Can't believe you just," because I was probably not very good at the game, you know. And they're like, I can't believe you're not using your fucking hammer of justice just right, you fucking noob. And you know, I'd be like, you know, I had to learn to deal with that at a very young age, I think. And you know, I think that was sort of good.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no shit that I can receive in real life that's like any worse than I received online playing that
Yeah.
fucking game.
Why did you not use your hammer, you noob?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you?
Why weren't you using your mithril armor, you fag?
Yeah. Or one of them. Shit, I think I was. I don't really want to get into it 'cause it's all very like specific stuff that no one would understand if you didn't play fucking WoW. There's so many. It's such a fucking deep game, isn't it? But like, there's just loads of little arguments you'd get into over technical details. You know,
Yeah.
technical details of the game that aren't really relevant at all, but they're important in the moment.
Yeah.
But it's a funny old place. But how about gaming today?
Today.
Yeah.
What do we play today?
I don't
PUBG.
play. Yeah, that's what you've been playing. That.
Battlegrounds.
That's the big one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did actually get asked to talk about battle royale games because they're growing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Apparently, I mean,
Well,
what do you think?
PUBG is the biggest game on Steam now by far, which is quite impressive. It's taken out Dota 2, CS:GO. It's just huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I think what makes it good is that it goes way back in the idea of let's keep it simple.
Yeah.
Same thing every time.
True.
No one can spam it for hours on end and of like, you know, level 80 armor or something and just go
Yeah.
and kill everyone. Everyone starts from the bottom with a t-shirt, a shit little hat on or something, and you hide in a bush and you
Yeah.
find yourself maybe like a handgun,
Yeah.
and then you die or you win, you know, just by hiding in a bush, or you could go and kill people. There's so many ways you can go about it, but it's just so simple.
It's true. It is actually, in a way, it's quite an old school concept, isn't it?
And it works. It really works. I've not enjoyed a game as much as I have PUBG in a long time. I don't think.
That's nice to hear that.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's true. Yeah. I mean, I've not like sweated it like I did when I was like young, but it would have been a game. If I was a teenager now, I'd be sweating probably Fortnite, if not PUBG as well.
Yeah. Fortnite's another one. I don't get a lot of enjoyment out of it, but I just keep playing it. I don't know why.
I probably would play it if there was other lads playing it or something. You know.
Yeah.
It's one of those games though. Like
It's just really fucking frustrating. I don't know.
it is.
It's
I
kinda
guess
like
I'm
you
just
said, though,
a-
it's
I
more
guess I-
fast paced.
Yeah. I guess I guess I'm impatient. Like I just don't like dying straight away, and I'm like, fuck's sake, I've got to wait like 5 minutes now. Another game.
Yeah.
Like I guess I'm kind of used to COD. That you just fucking die, spawn right back in, just kill some people.
I get frustrated with games like that. You think you're doing amazing, next thing you know, you stand on a bomb or some little wiener is in a corner, like bang, the eye of the entire game, and not for me. Never has been really. I like the campaigns of COD, like when Modern Warfare came out.
Modern
first
Warfare 2 campaign was fucking
Oh yeah,
amazing.
definitely, yeah.
Best COD campaign ever.
I think number 3 was the worst. Modern
Number
Warfare 3.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it. Modern Warfare 1 and 2, I really enjoyed.
Yeah, they were good. Black Ops 1 campaign was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was a bit psychedelic, that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was a bit like
trippy,
a bit
like.
trippy. I like that kind of thing. Yeah.
But FIFA's a game I play a lot. You know, I've always played it. Always get it every year. And it's just kind of there because there's not really that much of an alternative. You know, there's PES, but it's just not as good.
It's just not FIFA, is
It's
it?
just not FIFA. Like, I used to be mad into FIFA. Not as arse now. I used to be well into my Ultimate Team, like spending loads of money on packs and stuff like that.
Loser.
Exactly. But now I'm just sort of into career mode and that. But it's like I'm struggling. Like at the moment, I'm struggling to find a game to get really into. Like I swear.
I have been for years, mate.
Yeah.
Until I found Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Because I didn't
played-
even know what it was
No.
until my cousin Leon. He played it on Steam and he told me about it. Let me have a go on his computer, and I was like, "Oh, it's alright, this."
Yeah.
And then it comes out on Xbox, and I was like, "Oh my god, I've got one of those. I'll buy that."
I have one of them.
And everyone's saying on the comments like, the graphics are terrible, it crashes all the time. And what they don't realise is it's still a bloody game preview, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah. Well, Fortnite's a beta. But
Yeah, well, the term beta is a bit flexible these days,
Yeah.
isn't it? I think.
I think Battlegrounds at the moment is definitely, clearly a beta, though.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I
so
know.
glitchy, but
Bloody
I just
shit.
like it.
Yeah. It's definitely a really good formula, isn't it? You can
Yeah.
understand that the formula works.
Yeah.
Really appeals to people. I mean, it's got that sort of what's it called? The films or something, or the books. Hunger Games, isn't it? It's got.
Oh, yeah.
It's got
Oh,
that
right,
vibe
yeah.
to it. It's a bit sort of zeitgeist at the moment. That sort of formula, in it. So it does work. I appreciate it as like a sort of game. But like, I know what you mean. It's just a bit. I've never been like massively into it. I couldn't just pick it up and play it by myself. I'd have to play it in a bit of a group.
Well, that's what I did when I started off, because I didn't understand it. I didn't know what I was doing. And it's like every game. It's like you with your cousin or something that
RuneScape.
brought you into RuneScape. I mean, you didn't know what you were doing. He was like, "Here, have this," and you're like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
everything's much easier now." And it's all about experience, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like with your job, you start from nothing. You don't know what you're doing, and the next thing you know, you're qualified and you're wearing the Buckingham Palace or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But what was I going to say? A game I got fucking massively into was Fallout 4.
Yeah.
I know what we can talk about after this, right?
Yeah, I know.
You already know.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 was mad as well. Like that was a game where I'd just come home from work, play that till bedtime, like, you know, for like a good month straight, and then it's like I burnt myself out. I was just playing it so much. I just kind of like, I need to take a step back. I just couldn't get back into it, which is a shame. But yeah, you know what game I wanted to talk about now?
Yeah.
Go on.
Mountain Blade.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man. Now featuring special guest, my dog,
What is your dog called?
Gem.
Hello, Gem. It's a very cute little doggo.
She's flipping great.
She like cuddles. She's partial to a
She
bit of
cuddles,
cuddles.
but she's also like a sports dog as well. She's like cuddly and powerful at the same time.
See, the good thing about puppies is they're like, I don't know, it's like when you get a new coat or something or a new jumper, it's dead soft and dead new, and then as you get older they get rougher and they smell a bit. And
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that. I mean,
Yeah.
she's nice as a puppy, but when she's older, she's going to be absolutely brilliant. She's going to like be a bit bigger.
she's going to be faster than
And
you.
she's going to be dead. She's already faster than I am, honestly. She's flipping rapid. But
How skinny is.
when we're, I'm going to take her rabbiting.
Ooh.
She's going to be flipping great. Going to catch us a lot of meals. So,
You should go on your vape.
Oh.
Did you cut that then? Oh no.
I've not cut it, so
Well,
we'll
edit
see
it out.
what we can put in. We
You
can
know.
probably leave some of the
Yeah.
dogness in there.
I mean, people like dogs. I like dogs.
I think people would get a giggle out of
Do you think
Mum
dogs
were
can play
recording.
games?
Mom. Yeah. Mountain Blade. Go on, Cliff. Take the
Mountain
stage,
Blade.
mate.
It's like, it is just
Right.
Go on.
Come in.
She's going to flip and start.
Jem,
That's it. She's got to say hello, and then
Come
she's
on.
got to start sniffing for food.
come on.
Come
Jem,
on.
come.
Infiltrates with cuteness,
Come on.
and then scavenges.
Come on, get in.
Come on.
Come on, you're going in. It's pretty cold out here. Come on.
Wants to stay with us.
Too
She can
cold.
stay here if she wants.
Alright then, chuck her inside. But don't just let her out like your dad did. and she
No,
was out for
I'll
an
let her.
hour.
I'll let her in properly. She's happy with us. Mountain Blade. Basically,
What is it?
crack.
Crack.
It is video game. It's digital crack
Digital
because it looks awful. It does bad things to you. Unhealthy.
But you like
And you
it.
just can't stop playing it. And
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense because you look at if someone looks at the screenshots of the game.
You'd be like,
I'd-
what the fuck
Yeah,
is that?
I'd recommend it. Google Mount and Blade screenshots and just look at it. It's just the graphics are shit. The controls are wonky. Doesn't really make sense. There's only like a couple of areas.
Yeah.
All the castles look the same. They're the same model, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. But it's just fucking brilliant. It's one of the greatest
Oh
games
my God.
ever made.
I remember when you introduced it to me, actually. I come round for like a bit.
Yeah, I opened my jacket and it was like, oh mate, do you want to try some fucking Mount Blade?
Mountain Blade.
What's it about? I don't understand all I know is there's castles, controls don't work, graphics are shit.
I mean, how would you open world adventure sort of
you sort of build up
command and conquer sort of
Yeah,
thing?
you sort of march around the map. You build up your army, and you can eventually you start off as just like a little band of like bandits, don't you? You just sort of you fight whoever you can, and as soon as like a big army comes by, you sort of like fuck off and run away.
Yeah.
And you work your way up. You get better leadership. The higher your leadership, the more men you can have under your command.
Yeah.
So you're always leveling up by fighting and doing stuff and
It's
quests.
a grind to level up.
And it is,
as well.
yeah, it's quite grindy. And you can trade things as well. You can play it as like a trader if you want, can't you? Where you have
Yeah.
like you can buy pork from somewhere and then sell it for more money at the next town over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
And eventually you just get more and more powerful, and then you become like a vassal to a king. So you become like a sort of knight, and then
Right.
you can start. You get your own banner, don't you? When you,
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
get your own fucking banner and you can design it yourself, you just buzzing your tits off 'cause you're like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Your army's got this little banner floating behind it, and all your men have got your banner on their shirts and their shields and that.
Oh,
She's eating the food.
The dog is scavenging about.
but yeah, I remember I come round. I was only meant to come round for a couple of hours or so.
Yeah.
And you're like, have you seen this game, Jamie? Like Mountain Blade. I was like,
I was probably playing it. You probably came over, and I can
You were
imagine I was
playing
just there playing it, just
Yeah.
like
and like I was just fascinated. Like I was just hooked straight away.
it is like that.
And like it got to like 10 o'clock. I was like, shit, it's 10 o'clock. Like what the fuck? Like, I just rang my dad. I was like, am I right to stay over? And he's like, yeah, come on, then. Stayed over. We played it more. We played it in the morning.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
it was like that.
Yeah.
Well, for me as well. I mean, I tanned it then, but like you quickly sort of run out of things to do.
Yeah, as well.
But then Warband came out, a bit of DLC for it, and that lets you become king. The one thing that was like you got to the point where it's like you were the most powerful thing in the map, but you still had to sort of serve the king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was like just like nobody, and you couldn't fight him or anything. So it was a bit of a shit thing. But they brought the DLC out that stopped that and let you set up your own kingdom. And I played that for a good day, and I just uninstalled it. I just
Yeah.
had to fucking uninstall it because I would have been there. Because the original Mountain Blade, all right, yeah, we sweated it and it was like very addicting, but you finished it in like 2 days. You know, you finished everything you could do very quickly, which was the saving grace of the game. You know, but Warband was just way too much. Yeah, the dog is currently attacking,
molesting Jack.
Jack. Come on, oi,
Aw,
come on.
she's got the sharpest feet.
She
toes.
does, yeah. Come on.
Feet toes.
She's getting too
Claws.
long and heavy to lift up now. Come on,
Claws will be
come
the
sit
word.
with your dad.
No.
That's it. Come on. Do you want to say something to the podcast, Jem? Sometimes she might have a little bark. She's a very quiet dog. Whippets usually are.
Oh, right.
That's what's sort of good about them. They don't yap like
Mm.
small dogs do sometimes.
Tell you another thing now. I don't like microtransactions. I think they're ruining gaming a bit.
Definitely.
What do you mean?
This, like pay to win sort of shit. Like
Pay to win stuff. The thing is, the kind of games that usually have that kind of thing, like, I mean, obviously the big one was Battlefront Star Wars, wasn't it?
oh, that was a joke.
That was just
yeah.
taking the piss. Those are the kind of games I'm not really
That's
ever
EA.
interested in.
That's EA for you,
Yeah.
though, isn't it? They make so much money off Ultimate Team packs and that. You know?
Ah, yeah. I mean, to be honest, a lot of games, I've not had a problem with microtransactions in most of the games that I've played. You know,
Yeah.
I think a lot of the time there is a lot of fairness. You know, you get what you pay for, and then if you want a bit more, you can pay a little bit extra, and it's usually reasonable. I've found with a lot of games. But yeah, I know it is something. It's kind of dangerous. It's like very easy to have a shit, unfair microtransaction system, isn't it?
I tell you what, on phones as well, it's ridiculous. Mobile games.
Mobile. Oh
It's a
yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't even lie.
Oh, here we go.
8-ball pool. I've
No.
got like 50. I think I spent about 15 quid when I was pissed once. I was just like,
yeah.
I was just like, oh fuck it, I want to open some boxes to get cues and money and
It's
stuff
such
like
a Jamie thing to do. Hey, Bubble.
that. Yeah. Oh.
She's dead friendly, isn't she?
But yeah.
She's a pretty top dog, to be honest.
You need to put a photo on her on the
I'm pretty sure.
thumbnail.
Well, we've got some proper cute pictures of her. I might put her.
You're gonna have to now.
Well-
We've spoken about her.
I was put. You know, we were talking about
Put her
gaming.
in a
and
tag.
that. Put her in tags. Dogs.
Put a little hat on her or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not. She's got a bum all in my face currently.
I mean,
Well, she's not
is there
shy.
anything you lads would like to add to that?
I think we've pretty covered from the beginning of our gaming careers. We've
To the end
We've
of-
gone through it there.
It sounds like. Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like it was amazing, and now it's gone really shit.
Oh,
From what we've said.
Well, to be honest, it was shit before. Like, we do live in, like, computer games have just gotten ridiculously good, haven't they? I mean, we're talking about, we used to play RuneScape.
Yeah.
I used to play Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun. Those games are pretty shit.
I know,
really.
but it's the concept that they knew how to make a game and make it addictive.
Yeah, it's
Whereas
true.
nowadays they try and cram as much as they can in, like with GTA. There's so much you can
Yeah.
do, and
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I enjoyed GTA, but it just wasn't as good as what some games are. Like Battlegrounds, it's a completely different level of why I'm enjoying it.
yeah.
She just absolutely doesn't. She wants to get to your food, and she does not care what she has to go through to get it. Jesus.
There's no food. Look.
She just
there's
wants to have a
nothing there.
sniff. Just let her have a little sniff and a little lick. She'll be happy.
Yeah.
Just keep her happy. That's what's important.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, good one there. You want to close it up? You want to do a little outro?
Yeah, I mean, well, we got some good feedback on the last one. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed this. I don't think we got any emails actually. We did get a comment, but it wasn't asking anything. But fucking, I've not checked the emails. I did check it and we didn't have any, but I've not checked it today, so I doubt there's anything there. But if you do fancy emailing us,
Drop us an email. Drop us a
oh my
comment.
fucking Christ.
Okay.
The doggo has gone rogue.
Stole the sandwich box. Fucking hell. Yeah, if you leave a comment, leave a like,
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Refresh the page a couple of times.
Yeah, get us up there. Fuck off.
She just likes to investigate everything. Right.
Should try
Signing up. The Own Brand Podcast.
The Own
I've
Brand.
been Cliff.
I'm Jack, or I have been Jack.
I'm Keemstar.
I'd like you to do a riff backwards, what you did this morning.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
just
play it.
Just do it
Close it
backwards.
off with
It's
that.
easy enough, you know.
Nice. Catch you next time.
Goodbye.